Hello, toy fans, and welcome back to my 13 days of Halloween. Yes, that's right, toy fans. We're back with day 5 of my 13 days of Halloween review series, and today we're looking at the Karai Serpent figure released by Playmates in 2015. Now, after taking a look at some X-Men figures from the 90s that turn into monsters, I figured why not jump to a different toy line and look at another figure who kind of sort of turns into a monster. We of course have Karai from the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series, and one of the plot points on the show throughout season 3 has been that Karai is stuck changing back and forth between a giant serpent creature and her normal human form. Fans have been begging Playmates since the series began to give us a human Karai figure, and they kind of laughed at us and gave us this instead. So, since this is all we've got, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at her and let you guys know if she's worth picking up for yourselves. Taking a look at the packaging, we do have the Nickelodeon and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo at the top. We've got a show-rendered image of Turtles off to the right. We then have a blister bubble packaging that does house this Karai figure inside, as well as her interchangeable headpiece, and then it has the name for the figure there towards the bottom. Coming down the back of the package, we do have the logo for the Turtles one more time. We've got a bio for Karai. Go ahead and pause now to read that. Then at the bottom, we have a lineup of all the other figures currently available from this toy line. Alright, shellheads, that's the packaging. Let's say we get the ninja, formerly known as Miwa, out of the box and see what she's all about. Alright, toy fans, here we have Karai out of the packaging, and as you can see, there is some minor assembly required. Now, full disclosure, I did try to actually assemble this character already off of camera, and what I was disappointed to discover is, once you plug this tail on, it doesn't really lock into place. It just comes off really easily. And that's definitely one of my complaints about this figure, especially when it looks like it's designed with the mushroom cap there and the way the tail looks on the inside. It looks like it's designed to actually click into place and not be removable at that point. So this figure may come apart on me while I'm doing the review. Just keep that in mind and know that that's probably going to happen with your figure too. Maybe not if you're lucky. But once you get this assembled, you will have Karai here standing on the tail of her body. So there's the assembly process. Now we do have an interchangeable face here. I guess it's more like a mask. It's got a hole in the bottom, and you can go ahead and plug it onto the Karai face. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the detail of this figure. You'll see here we have a very nice looking Karai face sculpt and even some paintwork on the face. Looks just like she did on the TV show. This is the head sculpt that I would love to have, if they even want to reuse it, on a human Ninja Karai body. As it is though, we just have this human head on the snake body. Let's go ahead and plug this mask on. That hole just kind of goes right on the face there. It doesn't really lock into place, it just kind of sits on the head, but it's got a ball joint so the head can rotate all the way around, and we even have some articulation here in the shoulders, just a single pivot that moves forward and back, and on the other side a single pivot that moves forward and back. We have these arms here that are actually sculpted. I'll give them credit, they're sculpted nicely enough, but I do wish that there was either elbow joints in this figure or some bendy wire so we can actually pose these arms. As it stands now, both snake hands are just kind of looking off in that direction, and they're just really, I don't know, not that practical. We also have a waist swivel here that swivels back and forth, and we have some purple paint applied to the front of the figure, as well as on the headpiece for this figure, and some green eyes painted and some pink in the mouth. And then we have no other additional paint detail. And we even have an unsightly opening here in the tail of the figure where Playmates tried to cut costs on the figure. So really, I'm not a huge fan of this figure. I fall in the camp of people who wanted a human Karai figure, and now that we're stuck with this serpent figure, I wish that Playmates would have gone the extra mile on it. I mean, looking at this figure here, we don't have a lot of paint detail to begin with, but then she has these hands that have eyes on them that aren't even painted, or the inside of the snake's mouths. I mean, really it just seems like Playmates just kind of cut us short on this figure in general. Outside of the attachable mask, Karai doesn't actually come with any accessories, so let's move on to height. You can see that she does come in standing right about 5.5 inches tall at her tallest point. For some size comparison, here she is compared to the Battleshell Donatello, Battleshell Leonardo, the Battleshell Raphael, and the Battleshell Michelangelo, all from the same figure line. And finally, here she is compared to the 6-inch scale Marvel Legends Infinite Series Wolverine. And what the heck are you supposed to be? Yikes, do you kiss your mother with that mouth? Oh, sorry, that was too soon. It's okay. Alright, toy fans, well that's my review of the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Serpent Karai figure released by Playmates in 2015. Overall, this review's been pretty short. Playmates knew what we wanted, they gave us something else, and that's basically all there is to it. If you're a turtle diehard and you have to have a Karai in your collection, I recommend waiting till you can find this figure on clearance. Honestly, it's a joke that this is all Playmates has given us, and they know it. I'm not going to be happy until we get a proper Karai figure. Well, thanks for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to be following all of my 13 Days of Halloween review series to make sure you don't miss out on a chance to win some pretty cool prizes. Let me know in the comments below, what figure out of any toy line out there have you been demanding a figure for and the toy companies just aren't listening? I'm curious to see your responses. If you like what you saw here, please feel free to rate, share, and subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at D21Beast. Thanks for watching, and I'll be screaming at you tomorrow.